All right, guys, let's get into today's trade. So, I did try to go short up here and I got stopped out. I'll explain exactly what happened there. But first, let's get into context, right? So, this bounce this morning was actually a really good play, but I missed it because I was short biased and it was actually like really, really clean. So, if you look at where ES bounced, we had a 15-minute demand zone. So, in case you haven't watched my other videos, I find my supply and demand zones by looking for basing candles or consolidating candles before a rally candle. Okay, so in this case, this is a 15-minute demand zone. All right, so the same time ES came into this demand zone, uh, we had NQ that was at a key level and had a very similar demand zone. So you see the consolidation candle, basing candle, then that rally also lined up with a key level. So that was double confirmation, both indices at support, and it even looked pretty good on the footprint. But I I was short biased, and after that we did sell off yesterday morning quite aggressively. So I don't know. I guess part of me didn't uh, didn't want to try catching a falling knife, kind of like I did yesterday, because I did get stopped out. I got stopped out trying to long this yesterday. So yeah, so I mean it is what it is. So if you want to take a quick look at the footprint in this area, as you can see, it's the same 15-minute demand zone on ES. So selling picked up as we came in, and then you start seeing the large prints down here. Okay. Now, I when I start seeing the large prints up top over here too, I thought that this could just be a bear flag, so a continuation lower. But it ended up really holding this demand zone like to the tick. As you can see, every time it fell back in, it got bought back up. So I didn't spot that correctly, and then even more volume up here, as you can see here. But it is what it is. Now let's go over my short trade that where I got stopped out. So this supply zone that you see here was if you go to a higher time frame, so you see this basing candle, right? So in this case, we had a drop, base, drop. So we rejected this area once already, okay? But it was like to the tick, so that's why I left it on. And yeah, so we opened up and we were consolidating here, and then we had that sell off. So and then again, it was that resistance under this previous range that we had. Okay, so I didn't really want to long anything in this area. I was very cautious about that. So I was short biased, even though that was a very clean long that I just explained to you guys. But yeah, so if we go over this trade that I took, let me delete this zone now that you see it and show you what developed. So we created on a 30-minute chart, we created a new supply. Okay, let me draw it out for you. See this basing candle here. Highlight the whole thing right there. Okay, it formed a new supply after the drop, and we pulled back into this. All right, so let me just copy this over and show you how that looked up here. Let's delete all of this. Okay, so as you see, this is where I entered my shorts right up here. Okay, now I had a tight stop on this. So I entered my shorts after we came into this area, and I'm seeing all of this volume up here. All right, for three candles straight, heavy volume in this area. Now, I got stopped out here, and then it dumped crazy hard. And my target was actually this level here, right where we were being supported before the sell off, the first sell off. This was my target, and it ended up hitting that target to the tick. So that frustrated me, and I stepped away because I know when I get stopped out, this is also where you have to look within and realize your own traits as a trader. Me personally, if I get stopped out and then the market immediately goes to my direction, that irritates me, and it sometimes leads me to do stupid things. So I walked away for a couple hours, and I didn't take any other trades for today. But yeah, I mean, it was a small. I lost like what three about 3 points here. So it is what it is. The market's gonna do what the market's gonna do. But this candle happened extremely fast, and it is what it is. NQ on this sell off up here, right? Some other context we could bring to this. I've been talking a lot about relative strength and weakness, right? So we know that if the stronger index, which in this case, okay, for today, is NQ, NQ is blue, ES is red. NQ was the stronger index, okay? Now, I explained previously that if NQ or the stronger index comes into resistance, right, holds resistance, then that's bearish. If the strong index holds resistance, that's bearish. So we came into this area. I'll show you the key level. Let's go a little higher. Okay, so this is the key level I'm talking about right here. Okay, pretty obvious one. Came into that level and we rejected that on ES. Yeah, we were still in that supply zone, but you know, it didn't look very good to me. Not even on the footprint. You know, it was just very very fast movement. So like today was, I'm sure a lot of people got stopped out of a lot of trades. Like if you were at your desk and you were watching this price action, all of these whipsaw moves happened very fast. Like it'll be consolidating, then huge drop, gets bought back up, consolidate, huge rip, sells off. That was what this entire area was like. So then after that, we just crept up the rest of the day. But yeah, after I got stopped out of this, like I said, I had no interest in doing anything else. You Now on this weird drop that we had here, I didn't have a zone for ES, but we were like at this area, all of these rejections here at the bottom of this range. I didn't have a clean level marked out for that, but on NQ, we had this 3 hour supply zone. And once again, once the stronger index is at resistance and it's rejecting it, it's bearish. Okay. So let me show you what that 3 hour zone looks like. See that? Drop, base, drop. And that's where price is struggling. Okay. I have a few more to mark out here. Look, in this case here, you could see that there was one right here. Okay. And it pulled back into that and rejected it. Okay. Not all of them work. Like you have to go through the time frames. So what I'll do, I'll start with 6 hours. Okay. And I'll see what's showing up there. Then I'll go to 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, and then I'll do 90 minutes and 45 minutes and 30 minutes. So in fact, I could just show you how I do it here. Okay, so I have 30, 45, 1 hour, 90, and that's how I get my zones. Okay, now you want to go with the one that's closest to price. So let's clear this up. let's say, okay, for example, here on the 30-minute, you see this basing candle, then we start to rally, right? You can mark that out. But now look at the 45-minute. See how we have this is sort of like a drop base and rally. This candle, this price point is higher, which means it's closer to current price. So I'll mark that instead. Okay. You have another one here, same concept on the 2 hour, or here, basing candle, then a rally. You want to go with what's higher. Okay, and in this case, I think the 45-minute is the highest. Okay, so that's how I do my supply and demand. Uh, same concept here. See, on the 30 minutes on NQ, you could see that we had the basing candle rally, but then this candle pulled back into it. See that? So let's go check out NQ. And what was that? 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So we go to a 30-minute chart, and let's go to the 5 minute. Okay. So like I said, basing candle here. To mark that out, let's go there. Okay. See that? That was a nice entry too. Basing candle. This next candle closed up here, and then when this candle opened, we pulled back into demand zone, which held VWAP and everything. And if I'm not mistaken, I talked a lot about this 16 EMA. Oh yeah, look at that! Wow, beautiful. I talked a lot about the 16 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Okay, works very good in a trending environment. So here we even reclaim that. A lot of confluences to get into that trade long. I missed that, but this is why I like to do this. I get on charts after the session and I just go through it, share with you guys, some of my knowledge. Maybe you can learn something. You don't have to trade exactly like me, but you could pick up on something that I'm talking about. Backtest it for yourself. Oh, and another thing that I should add here is I don't know, I don't use the VIX a whole lot, but this is as you can see, the VIX. So let's zoom out a little bit. The VIX is sort of inverse to ES. Okay, so if VIX is rallying, ES is selling off. Now in this case, right, you can backtest this yourself. Check it out. If you go to a smaller time frame here, you'll see that VX was making lower lows and lower highs all day. Okay, even if it wasn't as clear on ES, like we were kind of all over the place. You could even say we were ranging. ES VIX was making lower lows and lower highs all day. So when VX is doing that, it kind of indicates that any dip will get bought up. Okay, again, back test it yourself, check it out, see if you can get something from it. I don't look at it a whole lot. I have it open on my chart sometimes, but that's the extent of it. So if that helps, check it out for yourself. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. If you learned anything, subscribe if you have any questions. Leave them down in the comments and I'll get back to you. All right. Thanks for watching.